representing for their debut. And what a debut they made yesterday. A series of fantastic matches. What a way to set our stall out. Outstanding and surprising in many ways. The Europeans holding their own very, very well. USA and Canada struggling to get off the blocks, but certainly Canada yesterday finding their second gear and rising to their occasions. Just setting up for the national anthems here, and after that's done, in the interim warm-up, I shall try and take you through a few bits and pieces. Having spoken to the Australian and Team USA captains yesterday, let's see what they've had to say. Certainly hoping the Americans, knowing that it's 6 a.m. on the East Coast over there, still got out of bed and stood up for that one. And the cheers ring out around the bars of Sydney. And here we are, World Cup 2016, BOLZANO, Italy, in the Dolomiti Mountains. My name, for those of you who don't know me, is Pete Wirt. I'm the former GB manager for the last 5 years, Team GB player and manager. And I've been invited to actually make use of the only asset that I ever really had in hockey, which was my gob, to help take you through this ever-expanding and ever-growing World Cup Masters inline. It's very likely that most of you, particularly in North America, didn't even know this existed, and I wouldn't blame you. It's going to be hard for you to ignore now. The level of sportsmanship and the level of play that's coming along out here for these old-timers is going to be a little bit difficult to ignore, and you're probably going to see some of that now. USA struggled a little bit yesterday out of the blocks. Spoke to the USA captain. He said that the USA had come here to play hard. They're hoping to win. They're not messing around, but they lost 3-0 to France yesterday. The Aussies themselves coming off of a heavy defeat against Italy. Trial by fire, said their captain. Let's see if they can start to change things up as we start the face-off. And Australia facing a little bit of early pressure straight away. Aussies not quite managing to clear the puck. We expect to see a little bit of a lone forechecker for Team USA. Captain said yesterday that they were going to try and avoid working too hard on the forecheck which maybe stopped them from being successful yesterday versus France. Although the French team were organized, tidy, it was a splendid watch. Aussies defending well here under a little bit of pressure. Got to watch this going forward though. Cross ice pass. And potted already. Keeper not quite ready for that shot. Should have seen the outlet pass come in. Aussie team are always under some pressure because they don't have that hockey pedigree that most of the other nations do. Notable exception, obviously, being Team GB. USA coming straight through, but too much traffic there for them to hold on to. The puck and a big outlet pass. Now to Aussies, cross ice is on. Almost picked it up, but just went to his backhand. USA picks up, got a bit of pace going forward. Stretch play, passes it straight in front, but the shot's wide. USA consolidating in the neutral zone, 3 players back. Trying to find the slot player, but drifting out. Looks like USA are going to use a little bit of stick handling to come in. Could have been the wraparound, post shot. Yesterday we noted how many times these big fat posts at Fears, slightly different to an ice hockey post that you might play in either inline back in GB, or certainly on the ice anywhere else. Low goals, big fat posts. You're going to expect to see quite a few shots going up over the top, as some of these players are used to trying to ping up in top left or right corners. USA dropping the man in deep. Good tip off. And a whistle for the Nets. I was saying that yesterday, USA maybe a little bit shocked, a little bit unsettled against France, but you could see why the French have held 2 World Cups in the past, and they brought a team here that's razor sharp, deadly organized. It was a bit of a masterclass display the other day. Control, USA straight down Main Street. Just flying over the top. There's the first example of shots that are likely to just be skimming the surface. Smurf Evans taking the puck into the corner. He's got options. A little bit of a cross check, push him behind. Aussies not afraid of getting a little bit physical. USA were definitely physical with France the other day. Smurfy trying to find the 5-hole there, but not quite getting the wraparound full on. USA taking their time and consolidating. Doesn't look like the Aussies are going to get much past the neutral zone unless they're going to start to push guys forward. Oh, USA, a little cheeky shot, could have gone downstairs. Keep it batted away with a stick. And some fresh legs for USA. We're denied. Unlucky. A little bit of a caught skate. Oh, there. This is a 2-1-0. Wide open. Crossing pass, very generous, but trapped in the keeper's pads. Didn't slip through. No goal. The Aussie captain said that yesterday was a bit of a trial by fire. They had a few chances going forward, and they do go forward, the Aussies, so they can pick off mistakes. They spent most of the time yesterday, like the Sunshine Coast, resisting wave after wave after wave of hurricane force attacks from Italy. But actually, after a period of time on the toes, little crossing pass there, sailing through the forest, nothing doing. USA consolidating in the neutral zone, just trying to build up, trying to find a good pass. No one hanging out in the slot though. USA getting dragged back. Now we can see the Aussies are definitely not going to sit back like they did against Italy. Aussies are going to come out a little bit more. It can't be very much fun. Boxing out, big slap shot, rebound off the pads. And the USA point man quite happy to consolidate. That's an unlucky mistake, but if he'd have turned around, he'd have got it. USA coming through, can't find the slot. Oh, this time, one-timer missed. Cross-ice passes on. The Aussies can be dangerous going forward. Could have a 3-on-2 here if they get the Jets on. Bobbling puck in front. Oh, that's the sort of opportunity that the Aussies just about can take advantage of. If they just get a little bit of luck, something bobbles their way, they might just be able to eke out something there. And that would be a big boost to them on the bench if they could nick a goal back. If they can hold this to within a goal or two to the half-time, it would be a big boost to the Aussies, and that will drag them out of their box at the back. Aussies had a game plan straight away. Captain said to me yesterday that their whole game plan against Italy was to stay tight in the box. But it doesn't make for much fun, so eventually when the scoreline starts to get ridiculous, it's time to get out and time to enjoy yourself, and it looks like they're going to do that today against the USA. Aussies maybe inspired a little bit. Great shot, straight at the keeper though, not troubled. Buoyed yesterday by the fact that the French really did unpick Team USA. They weren't really quite ready in the head mentally. USA captain maybe explaining that the USA team full of talent, but maybe don't get to play together as much, don't quite know each other. He's certainly hoping that the USA team are going to gel a little bit more through the tournament. And I'm expecting to see that myself, particularly against Aussie, although that's not exactly what I'd call a graceful display. Ooh, a little cheeky puck right through, almost on the backhand through the 5-hole, but the keeper batted it away with a stick. And the Aussies come back to the neutral zone for a little bit of a shakedown. Going to try and stretch these long passes. Bobbling pucks, took on the foot. Still battling though, still got possession. What can they do? Will they reset? Still got possession in the corner. Looking for that outlet pass, but there isn't one there. No one in the slot positions. Still a little bit nervous. Aussies don't want to go forward too fast. A little bit of a stick deke. Ooh. Backhand keeper wasn't quite ready for it. There's a second shot on the post. USA still got possession right in the slot. Could have been a trip there. Referee playing advantage right in front. Did that tip off of the glove? Might have just caught the glove as the keeper desperately looking around, wondering quite what was happening. He's just going to go for a little skate and chill out now. Have a good think. What just happened? Where am I? What am I doing here? Fitzpatrick, the keeper yesterday, by the time 2 halves have been played, spent the last 4 minutes sat on the floor, and I don't blame him one bit. He was up and down for almost 40 solid minutes. Loose puck coming through, big slap shot. Just spun it loose. Keeper reflected it. USA come at it with some pace. Still nobody in the slot though. Limbaga kind of getting in the way, number 21. Aussies hold. And USA not really taking advantage of what could be a lucrative picking ground for them if they're tight on that forecheck and try to crowd out the Aussie team down on the boards and behind their own net. They'll probably cough up the puck. Maybe a little bit gun shy from yesterday. Centering pass. 2 centering passes, couldn't take it quite well and knocked on his skate. Another centering pass, took it bobbling. Almost got a tip there, but the player was out of position, number 90, hard to see, 93. Could have got the tip there, but it was just a little bit too deep behind the goal. Outlet pass, centering is on, passes it, just took it in the skate though. Smurf's a bit better than that, but he likes to skate with it, Smurf. He really wants to sort of take the puck on and take on people himself. Stick handling skills not in short supply with Team USA. They were doing a lot of that yesterday. Not much of a centering pass from the Aussies there. And this is a big opportunity, outlet, lone man, one-on-one. Keeper saves. Outstanding. A little bit soft to the pads. Aussie center tries to make the turn, goes around. Oh, picked out. Really tight defender. Could have almost been screening the keeper. Puck goes around the outside, but there's no Aussie there. Bit of a dangerous try and outlet there. USA trying to stick take. Little drop pass, but miscommunication. Now the Aussies are going forward again. They've got some legs. Can they make this cross pass? Just fumbled the puck a little bit to the keeper. Couldn't quite hold on to it though. US outlet. Can he drop it? He's on the shot. Second crossing pass didn't quite go through and it hit the skate. USA fighting deep now. But no point man. The point man is a little bit too far deep there. Not sort of sticking to and dominating the neutral zone. Sloppy. Couple of little mistakes creeping into Team USA. Not really quite sure how to break the Aussies down here. Found the slap shot. Number 44 might have a little bruise on his toe later. Oh, centering pass just picked off by the defender. Good stick check. But is the referee going to call that? Are we asking for a slash? They're going to call it a slash. Now, I spoke about this yesterday, the European referees and their using the European directives on use of the stick. Very, very strict. They don't like it, up 'em. And I mean nowhere. So any use of the stick that's going to get a whistle. All of the teams are talking about that. Slap shot from downtown. Oh, that's taken hard. Took one for the team there. He's going to be limping for a bit. Did well. Just found the corner shot. Had the slot open above the keeper's stick side. And it looks like a slightly harsh. Number 20 is going to go to the box. All of the players yesterday just a little bit concerned. But it's expected that the European rules, they know that any use of the stick at all, a little tickle in the belly, and you're going to get called for it. However, physical play, not a problem. The USA team brought a little bit of physical play to the French. Plenty of shoulder to shoulder. Big slap shot from downtown, maybe caught a little tip right through. Keeper didn't see that. Whoosh, it's behind you. And he's going to skate off and have another little think about that. USA maybe just taking a couple of chances from a little bit out far. They're not diving in deep, not getting those guys in the slot. It's a bit lucky for the Aussies. But let's not get our heads down, lads. If you keep your chins up and hold it within 2 goals, as I said, as we go into half-time, that's plenty to be cheerful about. And you can definitely come out and nick a goal or two. And the Aussies notably now going forward more than they did yesterday. Much more, in fact. This is the danger, however. Oh, Watanabe just finding the hole. Easy does it. Waited for the gap, just waited for the keeper to make the move and slotted right in the 5 hole as the keeper slided across. Aussie's got to consolidate now. This could start to turn into a little bit of a glut if they're not careful and don't quite immediately tighten up. This game was notably an opportunity for the USA to try and reorganize, reset the clock from yesterday and settle into their actual intended game plan. Nothing too physical so far. And the Aussies are not overmatched on pace. So if they can manage to keep their heads up, get the wheels going, they could sneak a puck up the ice and pick it off. Not with that kind of stick checking though. There's a little bit of ice hockey pedigree there. Good stick check coming underneath, and USA regain possession. I think this USA line 2 is going to start to forecheck a little bit more. They can see some opportunities now, and then we'll start to chase the Aussie pucks in behind their net. Little stick handling going forward. Centering pass just tips. Now what can Aussies do? Good back checking from the USA, keeping the neutral zone closed. Now man on point, circling round back. Just mistimed that pass. A little earlier, or a little later would have done. Slap shot. Not bad. Could have been on target. Not the best cross ice pass. Little stick handling goes through. Keeper knocks that with his left foot. Labida, stick handling. Unintentional. It's a bit of a harsh call. Doesn't matter though. If the player goes down, that's all there is to it. And we know these European referees, having gone to a training camp prior to this World Cup, first time that they've ever gone to such extended lengths to do a full training camp. Team Canada captain yesterday said it's one of the best tournaments that they've had in terms of officials in any tournament that they play, and the various other guys, so they're quite pleased with them. Definitely had a training camp, and they're all definitely singing from the same hymn sheet in terms of the way that they're making their calls. Consistency, if anything, is good. USA are going to be very dangerous on the power play. Just a couple of mistakes creeping in though. Could be a little bit more powerful. Maybe not. Big slap shot. Just teed that one up. Saw the spot. This keeper, not the Aussie first keeper, so it's very likely that they struggle a little bit shutting the door down on the pads. You'll see keepers from the Czech team, French, the physical fitness on those men, despite the fact that they're well past their best. You'd hard pressed to know it. Cheeky little wrist shot, could have gone upstairs. USA keeper just knocks it down with his shoulder. The USA rapidly consolidate. Aussie's a bit nervous, trying to get back a bit quick. USA holding court in the neutral zone, pushing people in, just a little bit mishandled, still people for the cross ice. Now can Aussies break out here a little bit? Even numbers coming through. Can he slap shot? Keeper takes it, bobbles in front though. Aussies could pick it up here. Little cheeky shot. Just hits the keeper's pad and goes wide. Still got possession in the corner, but loses it. USA are going to come back strong. 2-on-1. Cross ice pass made. He's going to make the shot. Found the hole. Biscuit in basket. Now this is where the Aussies have really got to keep their chins up now. They knew that the US were going to come back strong and start to put together some of their games, so they've got to just absorb this and not really think about the scoreline too much. They've got to go forward and play for a goal. They can't end up like they did yesterday against Italy, just trying to push back the inevitable tide. It's all to play for them, so they can get stuck in there and get their names on some score sheets. Should be a lot more beneficial than just trying to keep the score down. 5:55 left to play in the first half. USA 5, Aussie 0. But not a lost cause yet. Not if they go forward and continue to press out. Bit of chatter from the Aussie team now. Starting to consolidate. This is the box that we saw yesterday in Italy. Difficult to penetrate. A little bit of physical pressure in front. Stick, oh, just floating up. Keeper wasn't sure what to do, just tracking the puck as it flowed through. Could be a slap shot out. Well taken. Close in. Tried to go upstairs, but it couldn't get past the keeper's head. Went into the side net. USA come back out again. Bit of physical play in front. Little stick check in. Can he go underneath? Is it in and out? No whistle on the play, so the referee says no. Looked like an in and out. Long outlet pass to the center line. USA coming on quickly. Man in the slot, waiting for the shot. Does the stick deke? Oh, keeper just nonchalantly flicks his glove and maybe just caught a tipple on it, but not bringing it under control. And now just taking a little break. Wondering if maybe not, it might have been a better idea to go to the bathroom before the match. Quick legs now. All the way around the back, drawing the Aussie defense, trying to open up the slot. Here's a mistake that they can capitalize on. Not really much urgency. Pretty flat. USA defending pretty square. Took a little wrister, made the goalie think. And another loose puck. Can you pick this off? Just tipped forward. Lone the USA guy. Look at this. Number 72, 77. Labida, I spoke to him at the bar yesterday. And his talent yesterday was definitely his stick control. You can see that going forward at pace, he can take those. Use his backhand, use his forehand. Timeout called. Can Aussie do something here? Can they pot one in just before half-time and hopefully not have to go back to their bench at the break with nothing to show for it? Coach on the Aussie bench, give him a good chat. USA tight. Captain giving them instructions, probably going to talk a little bit about their shape going forward. USA have got the individual skills though to sort of take on the Aussies on an individual basis, and then, you know, organization might not be so critical for them as they can on a one-on-one capitalize on what amounts to a lot of Aussie mistakes, particularly getting back. But I don't blame them. Aussies have got to get forward and try and score a goal. I'm sure there'd be a few pints spilt down on the harbour front if they did. Okay, come on, Aussie, what are you going to do now? Let's pot one in before we go to the half. USA are going to come out and try and hold on to possession of this puck. And now they're chasing a little bit deeper on the forecheck. Still got two forecheckers in. Third drifts in now as the puck is in behind the Aussies. Can't quite make the outlet pass. Little bit of obstruction there. Probably just a bit of tiredness, not wanting to turn the wheels. USA. Number 77, Labida, couldn't quite handle that through his legs. There's that sticky patch again. Aussies not quite controlling the puck effectively, under pressure in their own end. USA being tempted into that deeper forecheck, now that they can see that it'll bear a bit of fruit. So USA are going to practice their breakout drill here, although not exactly with the Rockets turned to full blast. practicing the breakout effectively from the neutral zone instead of behind their net. They've got the time now with the Aussies boxing out. Maybe just trying to hold station, stop the rot. Puck's going to come right round to Smurf. Sorry, that's Mr. Mears. Modzalek. Cross ice pass in the neutral zone. Centering. Little bubbling slap shot. Wide, didn't trouble the keeper then. Now is he trying to go forward a little bit of pace, but they just can't quite control the puck. Just gets away from them. Wants to quickly get off and get some fresh legs on. Keeper covered that just wide. Trying to maybe just control the puck so it didn't get loose. Pucks often bounce right off the backboards and straight back out for a rebound. These boards more designed for the ice hockey puck than the roller hockey puck, which is much lighter. And the plastic tends to pop pretty lively off the backboards. USA skating in, controlled with the skate. Couldn't see the shot on in the traffic. So we'll play it around with it. So could have been a slap shot from downtown. Tried to go for the one-timer, but fanned it. Just came a little bit too close, slightly mistimed. This could be the one now. See if he can get the trigger right. Pushing on through. Does he find the through pass? Switching. Just tipped by the central Aussie defender. Doesn't go for the clearing pass though. Tried to do a cheeky turn. You're not going to beat the USA like that. Not quite the pass there. A little shot, trying to float it through. Puck's just rolling in front of the gate. Aussie's getting a little bit bewildered here now, with the USA just pick up whatever little low-hanging fruit's available. Cross ice pass, sort of missed shot there. Ended up hitting the Aussie leg pad. Disrupted. Still got the wrist shot away. Off the pads and off the posts. Starting to look a little bit like pinball here. Cross ice pass could be the one shot. Keeper ducked away from that. Still rising. Keeper's all now on the floor though, so it's still possible. And that's the first half done, much to the relief of the Aussies. We're starting to feel the pressure again, a bit like yesterday repeated. Building a wall, and the Americans breaking it down. Against the USA. So, what can the Aussies do in the second half? Are they going to stretch forward? Are they going to hold back? Are they going to get a little bit nervous, or are they just going to stretch their legs? It's USA 6, Australia 0 at the start of the second half. What can the Aussies do to maybe just fight to get their name somewhere on a team sheet? To be able to go home and tell their kids that their dad scored at a World Cup against the USA. If I had that on a shirt, I'd put it on a frame and hang it above my stairs. However unlike me it is. Aussies battling just to pick a loose puck away, but the outlet pass can't quite work. Americans strong in the neutral zone. Cheeky drop. Plenty of space through the cross ice pass, right to the tape. Straight onto the chest of the Aussie keeper. Really struggling to break out of their own zone now. Temptation is going to be for the Aussies to try and box up. They're starting to make that shape now. Slot man just drifting through in behind. Waiting now. Bit of a flopping pass to try and find that slot man, but he wasn't really keen. So we'll start again. Garvey on the point, taking it back. Bit of legs. Centering. America keep possession. Options. Swinging around. Good outlet to the point. Wants to use his stick handling. Wants to bring it in. Just couldn't quite find the centering pass there because there was in traffic. Aussie defense holding up pretty well against this. Little fake slap, goes around, uses the legs. Wrist shot straight onto the keeper's shoulders. This could be the wraparound. Decides against it. Wants to start again. Labida at the top. Just under a little bit of pressure. The Aussies kind of coming out now. Getting a little bit tired of this. Stuck in the cage. And that Australian pressure just prompts everyone to get fresh legs on. For those of you unused to roller hockey, there's nothing worse than sitting on your toes trying to defend, doing squats for 6, 7, 8 minutes at a time. Start to lose the feeling in the ends of your toes. Can't feel your legs below the knees. It's a bit like a night out at the Evil Eye. Friday half term. USA taking their time, just playing around with the puck in the garden. Quite a wide open shape, maybe waiting for someone to go into the slot, but no one's really that keen. Slot player coming in now though, drifting through and then out again. Just waiting for the perfect slot. Glenn Evans, former GB player, colleague of mine, now resident of the USA, just floating around. Maybe not really in the ideal hunting grounds. Manages to pick it up and hold possession and stick it back out to the point man. Cross-ice pass, quick snapshot. Keeper not quite getting it there. Aussies just struggling to hold possession on the clearance. Can they push forward now? Don't see the red mist, lads. Hold your composure. Relax. Bit of fresh legs. Aussies confident enough to hold on to it until they get some legs on. Just getting in each other's way a little bit. Good battle. Still have possession though. Who's available? There's a big shout out now. Someone's there. Cross ice. Takes a slap shot just to the pads. Keeper was ready for it. Finally finds some men forward. Good shot, Aussies. Encouragement. No trouble. American number 21 is going to have some legs here. Could go all the way. Feeds it anyway. Does the centering pass, but there's no one there in that slot for USA. Deep dump. They've all had one of those. Unlucky little bubbling pass, little fake slap shot, still takes it on the chin. Leg pads from the defender saving that little cheeky second snapshot. Don't quite manage to hold it off of the boards. A little bit sloppy on the tape-to-tape passing. Could be a big slap shot from the point, but decides against it. Swinging it around, trying to find this centering pass. Shot from the wings, a little bit overhead. Wasn't troubling the keeper. Getting up might be. There's the centering pass. Taking his time, trying to find the spot, but picked unexpectedly. No shout from his teammates then. Aussies defending really well here. Not just in terms of their shape, but individually getting stuck in, trying to find the poke checks, checking the stick where they can. They come a cropper though. Their second goal was as a result of the power play from a really innocuous little tip in the first half. So maybe they might be a little bit reticent and getting too stuck in, but they're doing all right. Just interrupting the passing, not letting them consolidate. And really doing well to hold the Americans away from that slot play. Now strong forechecking from the Americans. Number 18 Aussies just didn't quite have the legs for it, didn't fancy taking that puck on, and decided to go for a coffee break instead of taking the goal. Okay, here's an opportunity. One-on-one. Can he hold on to it? Hold his composure. Slap shot. Could have gone down the 5-hole, but the keeper just pushes it aside with his pad. Still on possession. Aussies can push forward here. Not quite. Little dink pass off of the boards. Didn't quite come through the skates. Aussies are going to need a little bit of luck with stuff like that. And then the loose puck on the counter-attack, just not quite dealt with. .13:37 left to play in the second half. Aussies holding station now, no change in score. USA 6, Aussie 0. Just a reset for this face-off. Maybe the American wanted to have a look at the puck, see what it was made of. Aussies win that face-off. Good face-off to win in their own end. Nice little outlet pass. Interrupted slap shot. Aussies might just get possession of the bobbling puck though, just on the side. Comes around. USA outlet player picks it up. There's a no rush. He's going to wait for his colleagues to come up and have a bit of support. All the time in the world. He's going to mess around in what amounts to a neutral zone. Couple of stick maneuvers. Maybe could have put a little bit more power on that wrister, but maybe just chancing a cheeky one. USA still really looking mostly for those individual efforts. Like to stick handle their way through traffic. Like to off-put players. The Aussies holding their own in terms of the defense. Getting drawn from time to time, but they've got support in the back. They are used to defending after all. Still a little untidy when the Americans are using their point player. Bit of a floating cross ice back up to the point. Still no American players diving into the slot. Really quite happy on floating it around, taking their time, trying to pick something that they really like. Going to take on individually. A little physical play there from the Aussies, not bad. Nice to see him get stuck in. Slap shot going for the 5-0, but doesn't quite come off. And a long reset. Drawing the Aussie players out a little bit further now. Slap shot from just outside on the wing. Another slap shot coming in. Well defended. USA just not finding any gaps through the forest of Aussie defenders in front of the goal. USA, fresh legs. Take their time, consider what they're going to do. Maybe pick off a little chancer like this. Smurf Evans, just dispossessed. Didn't seem to have the energy of that. Now the Aussies want this. Maybe slap shot or 2 or 3. Could have poked through. Still loose puck, is it? And then the whistle finally goes. Oh, I think the Aussies could have smelled that. I think the Aussies could smell a little bit of a chance there. Face off in the USA circle. Good reffing, keeping the face off tidy. The USA win it, take control. And in no hurry. Lone Aussie forechecker, maybe being joined by one of his colleagues now. A little bit nervous about getting caught out. Not too much pressure up high. US coming on fast now. Looking for that cross ice pass right on the center. Just didn't quite get the power on the tip. Maybe was trying to go over the keeper's glove hand. USA could use a win, bring them back up with the French in this group, and still give them a chance to progress through in the top 2. That would be a shock if they went through and not France. Italy looking very strong. Little wrister just catching the stick there. Little gentle Aussie forechecker. Joined by a colleague, not quite satisfied with sitting back anymore, Aussies. Want to come and hunt a bit more. So USA just drifts a little bit behind their own neutral zone. Play with the puck in their own garden. Oh, nice little tip away. Well anticipated. That's what the Aussies need to do now, is to just break out of their own little cage a bit. And if they can just catch a chance. That, of course, is the danger. The long outlet pass to the lone breakaway. It doesn't... energy from the US on that doesn't seem to be red hot. There's 6 goals to the good, though, so they're not in any rush to do it. But everyone wants to get their name on the score sheet. Could be a wraparound. Well defended. Well spotted by the Aussie. Circling around, hunting. Going for their wing. Little stick check. Puck loose, though. Aussie trying to hold the possession. Could be a high stick there. Aussies are reeling back. Number 44, just catching a stick in the chin or the nose there. Shook his head. So what can the Aussies do now? The big man, Garvey for USA. Gonna watch a couple of minutes. It was certainly unintentional, but as you know, European directive, non-sticko toucho. Other than that, for the most part, I mean, the entire first half, apart from one innocuous slashing penalty just from a little tip-tap. Chance the Aussies maybe didn't need to take the shot from there. Skied it. Trying to ping it off the International Space Station. A little bit of a space though. The Aussies go forward reasonably well. Lost possession, could have been a backhand. Player was there in the slot to pick up the mess, but USA a bit quick with their hands, and they're going to pick this up. All on his own. Can he do it? Wants the stick handle. Wide shot. Didn't look up just at the last minute. But he's got wheels, so he's going to come back and repair. Maybe have another dig. Outlet to Mears. Doesn't want to take it on. Just going to hold the possession, maybe eke out the penalty. 48 seconds left in the penalty. 8:18 left in the half. USA still 6 goals to the good. Just a quick message from his teammates asking for a bit of a pass and stop messing around with the puck. Thank you very much. I think the Team USA want to write that on their memo. There's a few guys out there that want a stick handle, but that's how they're scoring their goals. Lots of time now, in no rush. USA use this as a little bit of time to practice some of their organization. Maybe get some tape-to-tape going. Looks as though they're going to do that. It's not entirely a safe plan to be messing around with the puck right at your goal line. The Aussies are known to pick off a few. And they'll certainly be hungry for it. 7 minutes left to play, so there's time for them to sign the score sheet. Still no impetus from the US. Garvey back on in the 4-on-4. Settling into a bit of a quiet period. Aussies have got nothing to lose here now, so it's time for them to pick up the pace, really. Why don't they go hunting a little bit, really force the play. If they lose one at the back, there's no real harm in it now. A little bit of miscommunication there. Tired legs are telling when you're defending all day. Can barely feel that. Just lost the possession there. Still battling away, though. Good stick checking. USA could have a chance here. Not going to rush, though. Individual stick handling, trying to find a little hole. Past the keeper's stick side, but no dice. And I don't suspect this keeper is going to stand up anytime soon. In fact, he signals to the bench for a timeout. 6:14 left in the half. Okay, Kangaroos, what are you going to do? What can you pull out of your pouch? No harm now in committing players forward. Just start throwing rocks, sticks, pick up whatever you find on the floor, throw the cutlery at it. Every chance that you might just find something available. USA are turned off the jets really now. Don't know if that is the wisest strategy, considering that although 6 goals to the goods, they still need to try and show a little bit. Maybe to themselves, maybe to the other teams here, that they've got something a bit extra special in the locker. With a tight group and a tight championship as it is, still a lot of unknowns, so goal difference could play a role. With this win, they go into the same middle ground of that pool as France. France have played 2. Won 1, lost 1, 3 points. USA, if they win this, will have a 3-goal difference, same as France. So another goal here for the USA could be a definitive. Time for everyone to score yet. Centering pass mistook. Trying to stick check it through. He's got players on. Fans the first shot. Centering pass is on. Couldn't get the tip and the goal comes off its moorings. That's exactly the chance that the Aussies will take if the USA are going to sit and watch this game. USA going to be winning this face-off in their zone easily. This is where the Aussies now want to get men forward. Nothing wrong with a strong forecheck. Outlet pass still not quite coming off. Battling, little pressure, good outlet pass to the center spot. Watanabe coming in, little stick check. Just disrupts the stick handling. Trying to find a backhand into the slot, but then sends it back to center. Nice little bounce off the boards, just rolling between the skates. USA playing around, absorbing the pressure from the high forechecker. Okay, good, here we go, Aussie. Long pass, little tip, professional. Smurf coming into the slot there, just drifted in. A little bit unknown in behind the Aussie defenders. They're trying to get forward now. Just got his stick on that little tip right between the legs. Keeper won't have even felt that. And probably much to the keeper's happiness, he didn't have to go down. And therefore, struggled to get up again. Fatigue is definitely telling for the Aussie team. You can see they've got some tired legs out there. Stick handling going to play a part. Whoa, little bubbling puck, it's still not shot. No goal, the puck wasn't trapped there, but it's just lost sight of it, I think, the ref, so discretion being the better part of the valor there, I guess. USA 7, Australia 0, 4:55 left to play, second half. Aussies have had a couple of chances, bit of drama, but just can't quite find the hole. Little chance now. Nice cross-ice pass. Makes the turn. Could have it on now. Little wrister just dealt with the keeper. USA relaxed. Turn it round. Aussie's still fighting for something here. I don't know if the USA team know it, but that one goal just edges it for them in terms of goal difference for the pool. A lot of games yet to play though, but that one goal might be the difference. Slap shot, downtown, took a little tip. Keeper handled it once, handled it twice. Spat it out the back. Aussie's trying to control it. Getting a little bit messy though. Nervous back there. Has he got the wheels? Good lean. USA hold the possession. Another wrist shot, testing the keeper but going wide. Doesn't quite make that pass connect on these tight boards here. Trying to bat the puck out of the air for his advantage. Someone on the US got some wheels. Are they going to want this? Fed it in. Just about got it to the tape, but couldn't quite stick it. That might have been a through pot. Big slap shot. Right to the keeper's pads. Keeper will take this opportunity to just have a good look at the floor. .257. A little bit of pressure, trying to take the puck out. Just comes loose and not for the Aussies' favor. Could have been a wraparound, just lost possession behind and cleared by the Aussies. Still struggling with possession along the boards on a rolling puck. Manages to squeeze out the possession though, just in behind. Can he hold it? Where's he going to go? On the attack. Indecisive. Pops out for them off the boards. What's the shot? Slap shot. Whew. Opportunities there. Just went a little high, and the referee is going to blow. And there is a slash called. Doesn't take much. Does not take much. Well, here's an opportunity. Can the Aussies rise to this? You should know that by now. Aussies got caught in this in the first half, exactly the same. Number 2, Watanabe. Gonna sit for a little chop. Big chance now. Who wants to sign the score sheet? Don't go to the bar now, Sydneyites. Hold fire. Whoa, little shot. Dipping. USA clear. Happy to sit and wait and see what the Aussies can come up with. Come on, Aussie, a little urgency. What can they find? First timer, high and wide, the goalie's glove side. Aussie's just playing with the puck, just trying to stretch the USA defense. Looking for something. Got a slot man on the... Ooh, tried to go through the 5-hole, could have done. Keeper's right on top of that. Sandwich the puck neatly. .109 left in the penalty, 129 in the half and the game. We'll get about 30 seconds of 4-on-4. Shot. High and wide. Keeper's glove. No trouble, but it comes out neatly. Aussie's got a man in the slot, ready to pick up the mess. Slap shot one-timer, takes a little tip off the point defender into the nets. And the clock stops. Aussies have a rethink. Clock stoppages in the last 2 minutes for interruptions in play. The puck goes out and hits the net. Got to win this face-off, Aussies. Just about manage. Don't have the legs to hold the possession, though. Now, USA, what will they do? Will they go forward? Will they try and pot one in short-handed? Nope, just get rid. Playing a little bit safe there. Less than a minute to go now. They'll go 4-on-4 USA for about 30 seconds. Aussies pushing in. But now a little bit of one-man effort. Finds the post. Aussies have got 30 seconds to get this back in play. Trying to find a little bit of talent in front. Bobbling puck. Keeper wasn't sure. 16 seconds. No possession. Long outlet pass. Watanabe back on. And in the last 8 seconds, USA are just going to sit back and relax. Let the sun set on what for them is them finally really showing up to the World Cup and maybe setting their stall out. They had plenty of time on the puck, lots of room, and lots of opportunity for them to go forward and show their individual talent. Stick handling is not a problem for these guys, and they've got good pace going forward. But do they have the urgency? Or is it a case of maybe against different opposition, they might be willing to raise their game? Tough for them against France, so really important for USA to come out and win today. And they've definitely done so definitively against the Australians, the battlers of this pool and the battlers of this tournament. Tremendous chaps with an ability to keep their chins up under absolutely overwhelming odds and overwhelming pressure. Look at them all, they're still smiling, still plenty to cheer about. They're always glad to be here, and we are all much the richer for having them. So